I'm Lauren Teresa. I am a former trauma therapist. I owned a medical facility with my ex-husband in Florida. We separated and divorced about a year ago, and he did buy me out of that business. We had been focused on financial independence, retire early since we started the business over a decade ago. So we sort of knew we were building it up and setting it up to potentially either sell it or get it to sort of run itself. I read all the books, Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez. Then I read The Financial Wisdom of Ebenezer Scrooge to help with my mindset around having and holding money and saving. I read minimalism books on tiny living, like You Can Buy Happiness and It's Cheap by Tammy Strobel. And then I got into minimalism, and I grew up in a house that was very chaotic, lots of stuff in the 80s and 90s. I currently live in Hawaii and I live with my partner, and I am semi-retired early. And with the economy the way it is, it's a bit of a who knows what will happen situation. And I tend to be on the leaner side of fire. So I started this YouTube channel as a way to help others learn, not just from my mistakes, but just get ideas and start the conversation on minimalism, frugality, early retirement, savings rates, and how to live well on less. If all goes well, I have anywhere between $3,000 to $7,000 a month. That's a big swing. A lot of my early retirement is contingent on my real estate in Florida. One of my units is an Airbnb that fluctuates every month. I had a month and a half of zero in our slow season. We did adjust the rates. I have new property management that has been helping me figure that out. And I had to be proactive to get them to be proactive in adjusting rates and making sure we're getting bookings. It's not a perfect science. I'm new to being a landlord. It was a part of our business for a long time during the divorce proceedings. That was the property I really wanted, knowing that it would support my financial independence. The rest of it, because in divorce, a lot of the settlement is tax-free, I decided to go with the rest of it cash. I struggle because I love real estate and I feel like maybe I should have held on to some of the real estate, but I did not. This was my choice. I made it. We agreed on it. We're moving forward. So that being said, today, this morning, actually, I'm going to be interviewed on my first podcast. I monetized on TikTok. I have around 22,000 followers on TikTok. I got really good at short form content. And here I am switching to YouTube because I really have more to say on all of these topics. And though TikTok is an amazing platform and you can learn so much, and I do still appreciate it, I personally had to take it off of my phone. I found myself out of minimalism, out of my budget, and way overspending and getting back into consumer debt. Minimalism is a journey. Financial independence is a journey. It's not just one destination. Even when you reach FI, which is financial independence, where you can quit your 9 to 5 or even your part-time job if you want, you're on a fixed amount. And through the divorce, I was unsure what that would be. And it's mostly settled. There's still a few little loose ends when you entangle your life with another person, financially speaking. And so, yeah, I don't know that I would ever do that again. Would I ever get married again? I've been with my current partner for 3 years. Like I said, my divorce took over 3 years. I did meet my current partner after I was separated. We dated casually for a while. And then on the 14th this month, we will have been dating for 3 years. We've only lived together for almost one, and we are going to renew our lease. This, as far as I know, is my forever partner, but I probably would not entangle finances with another human given the choice. So we are very clear on that, and we support each other emotionally and just not financially. Financially, we are self-sufficient and we like it that way. I love to hear other people's perspectives on financial independence, on merging finances, on what you do with your spouse or partner, whether you would or wouldn't. There's so many things I wouldn't do again as far as marriage and family and all that goes. But I really made this channel because as someone who grew up in a chaotic household and has struggled to hold on to money, right? I was a spendthrift my whole life, shopping addict. I feel like we all have something. I'm in recovery from drug and alcohol addiction. I've been sober for over 19 years since I was 24 years old, 43 now, and going strong. Don't have any plans to ever go back to anything resembling that lifestyle. Even if I woke up tomorrow and decided I wasn't an alcoholic or a drug addict, I would not go back. I just don't see the benefit in it, especially in the lifestyle and the things that I want to achieve in this life. I did just get an offer from a cleaning product company to be a product salesperson. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll take your products. We'll see what they're worth, if they're any good, and I'll do some demo videos on that. One of the coolest things about content creation is I get to work from home on my schedule. Highly recommend it. I believe everyone has a story worth telling. Your story can help somebody else's. You're going to find your people out there. I'm just here to say that if you've struggled with spending or saving, you are not alone. I was reading the statistics on consumer debt in the US, and it's over 60% of the US has credit card debt. I recently got a couple of credit cards when I had to refinance my house. The insurance was dropping the fourplex. I had to pick up insurance, and they wanted me to do expensive work on the house. And in order to get it refinanced, I have to have insurance. So it was a catch-22 of, I have this fourplex that I can't rent out and I can't insure, and I have no money to fix it up. That's why I need to refinance it. My ex-partner was not willing to be a part of that. So credit was the way, and I'm glad we got it done. It was on a wing and a prayer, and it was a really, really stressful time. Not having access to money that is yours. One of the main reasons I would never entangle myself financially with another human. It was an arduous process. It was a learning process. It was a growing process. As a result, I have become much more grown up, and I have decided part of my issue with my childhood was feeling like the topic of money was taboo, right? I was not taught financial literacy. I had to learn on my own. Even through all of the reading and growing a multi-million-dollar business and selling that business and starting over at 43 years old, there's still so much growing to do. CPAs, bookkeeping, not burying my head in the sand when it comes to grown-up tasks. From someone who's already financially independent, this is saying a lot. We are all on different areas of our growth journey, and I just want to share mine because so many people on YouTube have shared their honest, authentic truth about their FI journey and what it takes to hold on to and maintain wealth. And it is not for the faint of heart. When you're learning this at 20 years old, 30 years old, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, there is a lifetime of patterns that you're trying to outgrow and overcome. Our brain has deep ruts. When I feel stress, I go buy chocolate. I go buy a coffee out. I get myself a sweet treat. So to sit with that anxiety, not go purchase that thing, whatever it is, impulsively, set up systems in my life like the Freedom app. I wish I was sponsored by them. Hopefully someday. I downloaded the Freedom app, blocked off Amazon, Facebook, Poshmark, eBay, all of the shopping sites Monday through Saturday. And I had Sunday in case I needed to get groceries or check my orders or whatever open. There's this setting on the app where you can take a 5-minute break or you can cancel for the day. So I did that, and I found myself buying curtains and toilet seat covers and strap things for your seatbelt because I go play volleyball and sweaty. None of those things are bad things, but when you're over budget for the month and trying to do a low buy year, you cannot do those things. I cannot do those things. And so I recently set up that app to where I cannot cancel a session. So I have Monday through Saturday set now. Early in the morning between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m., if I'm up, I can check Facebook and check Instagram. There's a message from somebody, or if I need to update my stories, or if I want to upload one of my YouTube videos to say, hey, all of my friends and family, come follow me over here. The struggle is real. Even for those of us who've been doing this since 2008, When I first read Your Money, Your Life, You're Not Alone, I took out short form content on my phone. I do not have TikTok on my phone anymore. I just upload from my computer. The algorithm has punished me, but it is okay. I was chatting with my chatbot yesterday for free. I don't pay for it right now. I was asking, TikTok, my algorithm is suffering. Should I re-download it? And basically, I came to the conclusion the answer is no. My life is infinitely better without short form content on my phone. I watch a lot of long form content on YouTube for mostly educational purposes, but I have learned to listen to my body so that when I start to feel the cabin fever anxiety of I've watched too much YouTube today, I go touch grass, I go jump in the ocean. I have systems in place now to safeguard me from that stuff. I'm not smarter than the algorithm. I am not as smart as I might think that I am. And as grateful as I am for my former self for investing and buying real estate and setting myself up, my future self up for success, there are still goals that I want to reach that feel unattainable with certain new technologies in my life. And I'm not smarter than any of the algorithms. So that being said, I hope that this was valuable to you. If I provide any kind of value, please consider liking and subscribing. As a new-ish content creator on YouTube, the algorithm really supports me if you even just like it. You don't have to subscribe. If you like this kind of stuff and you want to come back, please do. I'm hopeful that the interview today will go well. And I just want to say, if you're starting your journey, some of those books that I recommended, I highly, highly recommend Your Money, Your Life. You can get it from your local library. It's in the 20th anniversary reprinting. Mr. Money Mustache wrote the latest intro, and his blog, I love his writing. So a free way to start right now is just to get on the Mr. Money Mustache blog and go read that right away. Thank you for joining me. Lauren, Teresa, thank you for joining.